Mm-hmm.
Now, before we go today, this is the last episode of our 6th season of Tip of the Ice-Burgh. We started this back in the 2019-20 season and have been doing it every season since, even through COVID, we kept doing episodes, which I keep going back to. I'm like, how in the heck did we find topics during that entire stretch? But we do like to thank all of the listeners, because if it wasn't for you, this would not be nearly as fun. We get so much in way of comments, so much in way of response on our polls that we put up, both on Twitter at Ice-Burgh Podcast, as well as our YouTube channel at Tip of the Ice-Burgh. So, Horwat, I'll cede the floor first to you. Do you have anything to say here as we close down season 6 of Tip of the Ice-Burgh?
Well, first of all, it is stunning. We have been doing it for so long. I don't know how we made it through the COVID episodes either. It's a shame we haven't had much playoff success to discuss on this behind these microphones, but
a singular playoff series win.
Yeah. But that being said, I mean, regardless of playoff series wins, this podcast has taken us to many new places. I mean, it is thanks to this podcast and the previous radio show that got me to be a credentialed beat reporter for a couple seasons. I hope to one day get back to that. I can thank this podcast. I can thank all the listeners for that. And yeah, I mean, we're just taking this break. We're at low key, a bit fried, but also we got big things coming up in our lives. We're both moving. So next time you see us on the recording, we'll have new backgrounds. And just in general, overall, as always, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you're still here after our break. And hopefully there's way more fun content and way more entertaining content and way more success of the Penguins to discuss down the line. As always, thank you.
Yeah, we just appreciate everybody that's listening. Listen, if you've been listening since Point Park Pens Talk when we were on Banks of the Mon, then you are a real one. And honestly, reach out, because I would love to have a conversation with you as to why you feel like listening to our voices for now, 8 years straight is something that you like to spend your time doing. But as Horwat mentioned, we are going to be taking a break. A lot of real life stuff happening that is just going to need the extra hours that we usually put into this podcast every single week. We will be back before the NHL draft in late June. Of course, we'll have some breaking news episodes if crazy stuff happens, if Karlsson gets traded, if the Penguins go out and trade for Mitch Marner, if they go out and trade for JJ Peterka or offer sheet JJ Peterka. We will be here on this show as a breaking news episode to talk about it. But again, as Horwat mentioned, thank you. And that is what we want to say to close out season 6. Thank you to everybody who has watched. Thank you to everybody who has listened. Thank you to everybody who has commented, who has subscribed, who has shared, who has interacted with this show or either of us in any way over the past 6+ years, 7 and 8, if you've been listening to Point Park Pens Talk. But thank you to everybody who's interacted and everybody who's been on this journey with us along the way. But that's going to do it for this episode and this season of the Tip of the Ice-Burgh. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.